Ethics in educational research. Ethics plays a central role in educational research. As researchers delve into sensitive areas such as student learning, teacher practices, and institutional operations, ethical considerations help ensure that the rights, dignity, and well-being of participants are protected. Adhering to ethical principles is not merely a legal requirement, it also enhances the credibility, integrity, and reliability of the research. Informed consent. One of the core principles of ethical research is informed consent. Participants must be fully aware of the purpose, process, and possible outcomes of the research before they agree to take part. In educational settings, this might involve securing consent from both the students and their guardians, especially if minors are involved. For instance, if you're conducting classroom observations, it's not enough to get a teacher's approval. You may need permission from the school administration and parents as well. Confidentiality and anonymity. Maintaining participant privacy is crucial. Confidentiality means that information collected from participants will not be disclosed in a way that identifies them unless they give permission. Anonymity goes a step further by ensuring that even the researcher cannot link responses to individuals. In thesis writing, using pseudonyms or codes to represent participants is a common practice. For example, a teacher named Ms. Santos might be referred to as Teacher A to protect her identity. Avoiding harm. Ethical research ensures that participants are not harmed physically, emotionally, or psychologically. For instance, a study that involves recalling traumatic school experiences must handle interviews with care, provide support resources, and avoid probing questions that may cause distress. In classroom settings, researchers should avoid interrupting learning processes or affecting classroom dynamics negatively. Voluntary participation. Participants must enter the study voluntarily and have the right to withdraw at any time without penalty. Coercing students or staff to participate, or implying that participation will influence grades, evaluations, or promotions, is unethical. A good example is when a researcher sends out a survey and clearly states participation is voluntary, and you may stop at any point without consequences. Research integrity. This refers to the honesty and transparency of the researcher throughout the process. Fabricating data, manipulating results, or misrepresenting findings violates research. Ethics. For instance, if your study examines the effectiveness of a reading intervention program, you must report results accurately, even if they contradict your expectations. Ethical review and approval. Most institutions require researchers to seek ethical clearance before conducting research, especially when human participants are involved. This is typically done through an institutional review board, IRB, or ethics committee. As a thesis writer, you may be asked to submit an ethics application outlining your methodology, data collection procedures, and how you plan to protect your participants. 7. Cultural sensitivity. Ethical research is also culturally sensitive. This means respecting the values, beliefs, and traditions of participants, especially in diverse educational settings. For example, in a multicultural classroom study, your approach should be inclusive, avoiding stereotypes or assumptions based on ethnicity, language, or religion. Transparency with findings. Once the research is completed, findings should be shared honestly with participants, stakeholders, and the academic community. Avoid selective reporting. Present both positive and negative results. If you promise to share a summary of the results with participants or schools, follow through on that commitment. Use of secondary data. If you're using pre-existing data, like school records or archived interviews, you still need to consider ethics. Did the original data collection include consent for secondary use? Are the data stored securely? For example, if you use past national exam scores to track student performance trends, you must anonymize the data and get permission if required. Ethical issues in digital research. With the rise of online learning and digital classrooms, educational researchers often conduct studies in virtual spaces. Ethical practices must adapt accordingly. For example, If you're observing an online class, inform participants ahead of time and secure their consent. Ensure that recordings or screenshots are used ethically and stored securely. Examples of ethical breaches. Understanding ethical violations can help you avoid them. Suppose a researcher publishes student feedback without consent, leading to negative public perception of a school. That's a breach of confidentiality and professional responsibility. Another example is altering survey responses to make results more favorable, which constitutes misconduct. Application in thesis writing. In Chapter 2 of your thesis, the literature review, you should also review studies with a critical eye on their ethical practices. Were participants treated fairly? Was informed consent obtained? Did the authors mention ethical clearance? Addressing these questions not only strengthens your review, but also shows your awareness of ethical standards. When you proceed to your own research, discuss ethical considerations in your Chapter 3, Methodology. State how you will obtain consent, maintain confidentiality, and handle sensitive data. This reassures your readers and your panel that you are a responsible and ethical researcher. Final thoughts. Ethics is not a box to check. It's a mindset that guides every decision in your research journey. By putting participant welfare first, being transparent, and adhering to institutional guidelines, you uphold the standards of academic integrity and produce research that is trustworthy and meaningful. If you find this content helpful, subscribe to stay updated on the next tips for writing Chapter 2. Feel free to comment below with topics you'd like us to cover in future content. Thank you.
Late night coffee cup, minds in a race, staring at the screen trying to find my place. Outlines messy, deadlines tight, gotta make this thesis shine so bright. Sources, research, writing flow, draft and edit, take it slow. Citations right, no mistakes, one more page, oh for goodness sake. Write it, cite it, don't deny it, every word refine, revise it, step by step, don't lose your mind, that degree's about to shine. Reviews long, but I push ahead. Methodology's got me seeing red. Data's done, now analyze. Find the gaps and theorize. Feedback's in, don't be stressed. Rewrite, refine, do your best. Paint visions up, take a breath. This thesis stands the test. Write it, cite it, stay excited. It's only fair. Late night coffee cup, minds in a race, staring at the screen trying to find my place. Outlines messy, deadlines tight, gotta make this thesis shine so bright. Sources, research, writing flow, draft and edit, take it slow. Citations right, no mistakes, one more page, oh for goodness sake. Write it, cite it, don't deny it, every word refine, revise it, step by step, don't lose your mind, that degree's about to shine. Lip reviews long, but I push ahead. Methodology's got me seeing red. Data's done, now analyze. Find the gaps and theorize. Feedback's in, don't be stressed. Rewrite, refine, do your best. Transitions up, take a breath. This thesis stands the test. Write it, cite it, stay excited. All this work, can't deny it. Step by step, you're life, it's only